shakalaka. Bro, NBA Jam, top 5 game of all time. Alright guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, man. Hey bro, this video coming out Monday. So 5 days till we get UFC 280. I'm so fucking excited for this shit. Real quick though, we did have a fight night this past weekend. I watched most of it. It wasn't anything too crazy. The only fight I really wanted to mention was Cub Swanson. Cub Swanson versus Jonathan Martinez fight was ridiculous. It was Cub Swanson's debut at bantamweight. Honestly, from a prediction, I thought Cub was gonna take it. But Jonathan Martinez, bro, his leg kicks, stupid crazy. I would honestly say his left kick in general is ridiculous. Like, I think even Paul Felder mentioned this during the fight. Literally, whenever he landed a kick, it wouldn't be too fast, it wouldn't be too snappy, but you would hear the thud. Like, shit was ridiculous. So yeah, man, with this, Jonathan Martinez ended up getting a leg kick knockout, which is a crazy ass knockout. And honestly, the whole fight, Jonathan pretty much dominated. But that's pretty much it for the fight night. There wasn't anything too crazy. I mean, the main fight was also pretty lit. It was very technical. But yeah, nothing crazy happened as such. The whole card wasn't anything too crazy. But let's move on to UFC 280, bro. Like, this card is so fucking stacked. I'm so excited. Like, honestly, with this one, we have to start with some of the fights off the prelims. Like, we got Mohammed fighting. I'm always down to watch him fight. He's super entertaining, super young. Those of you guys who don't know, he said that he wanted to be the youngest champion, or he wanted to break the record to be the youngest champion, beating John Jones' record. I believe he's only like 21 or some crazy shit. Yeah, bro. Like I said, he's 21. It's crazy. Fighting out of the UK. So this fight, I'm gonna have to go with Mohammed. The other crazy ass fight on the main card is this: the Belal Mohammed versus Sean Brady. This is going to be an amazing fight. Sean Brady, undefeated. Belal Mohammed coming off an amazing win over Vicente Luque. Belal Mohammed is also going to be Sean Brady's first, like, real test. Honestly, I'm personally kind of rooting for Sean Brady. I would love to see him go undefeated again, 16-0. I think that'd be super sick, especially a huge win over Belal Mohammed. That'd be super dope. But yeah, man, with that, let's move on to the main card. So real quick about this fight, I think if Caitlyn wins, she 100% gets the rematch against Valentina for the belt. So that's the only reason why this fight is going to be pretty interesting. But then moving on to this fight, Beneil Darius. I just love watching this dude fight. I love actually even just watching him talk, like in interviews and stuff. He seems like a super dope guy. So I'm going to definitely be rooting for him. Gamrot, though, absolute beast. Like, Gamrot is ridiculous. Gamrot right now is one of those up-and-comers who seems stupid dangerous. But I think, again, kind of like Sean Brady, Beneil Darius is definitely going to be a huge test for him. Darius, though, has that, like, I'll fight anyone, anytime mentality. I heard Beneil also say in some interview that Gamrot is literally an up-and-comer, but he enjoys fighting the up-and-comers just because he wants to test how good he is against the new people, and it keeps his fighting style fresh. So I'm really looking forward to this fight. I think it's gonna be super dope. Like, Beneil was supposed to get this Islam fight. I believe Beneil either got injured or Islam got injured, or one of them got COVID or some shit happened, and that's why that fight never took place. I honestly believe if Beneil wins, he 100% gets a fight against the top 5, maybe even the top 3 in the rankings, whoever that may be. Definitely a fight to look out for. Then, bro, we got the bantamweights, man. Bro, when I tell you this fight, bro, this fight is gonna be ridiculous. Obviously, this is Sean O'Malley's first top 5 opponent, bro, and he's going from fucking Peter Yan, bro. Dude, Peter Yan is quite literally the Terminator. He is the Russian Terminator. Like, this dude's boxing, his boxing is so amazing. Every time I watch him fight, I'm like, just the way he's able to use his boxing in an MMA setting and just closes the range in, just throw hands like crazy. That's what makes Peter Yan so good. But on the opposite side, we got Sean O'Malley, who clearly has this 4-inch advantage. Reach is he has a way larger reach, and Sean uses his range so well. That is honestly why I'm so excited for this fight, because we get to see whether Peter can actually close the distance and be able to use his boxing, or is Sean going to be able to use his range extremely well, be able to stretch out, make sure that he can't even get close, just use a bunch of legs, a bunch of front kicks, a bunch of teeps. Like, Sean also throws a bunch of back kicks, so back kicks, side kicks. He throws a lot of shit. And he's also quick. He's extremely quick. He has the height advantage. He has the reach advantage. I'm really excited to I can't even talk. I'm really excited to see what happens, man. What's also going to be super interesting is if Peter decides to wrestle. If Jan decides to actually grapple and take it to the floor, I'm very interested to see what happens with that, because I know Sean definitely does grapple, like he does jiu-jitsu. He has pretty decent jiu-jitsu. I think he's like a purple or brown belt in jiu-jitsu, so I know his jiu-jitsu is probably decent. But bruh, Peter Yan's wrestling is way better in my personal opinion, so I'm interested to see if he even decides to shoot for a takedown, see what happens with that. As far as my prediction goes, I think I'm gonna have to go with the odds, bro. I think I'm gonna favor Peter Yan for this, just because I think Yan definitely has the experience, and also I'm really interested to see if he actually shoots for a takedown, in which case he definitely has an advantage. And if he's able to close the distance, bro, I'm very interested to see what happens, bro. Either way, though, I think for Sean, this is definitely a win-win. Like, bro, if Sean wins, he has a legitimate reason to ask for a title shot. If he loses, it's like, hey, it's Peter Yan. He's literally the #1 ranked bantamweight currently. He's also fucking Terminator, like I said. So I think either way, it's a win-win for Sean. Very much looking forward to this fight. But like I said, my prediction, Peter Yan. Now, we got the title bout. This, again, very much looking forward to. I'm actually surprised they gave it to TJ Dillashaw like this quick, just because even his fight against Corey, in my personal opinion, I thought Corey won that fight. I think Corey won by decision, so that's why, like, just to give it to TJ right after that Corey fight, I was kind of unsure about, but hey, we're here now. I think this fight is going to be super interesting, mainly because I want to see how Aljo decides to play it. If Aljo decides to shoot and just grapple the whole time, I honestly believe he can literally just bring him to the ground and just grapple the whole time, just weigh on him, and either eventually get the tap, or he's just going to win by decision just because he's going to lay on TJ. In my personal opinion, the only way TJ actually wins is if he just keeps it standing. If they just stand the whole time and he's able to throw a bunch of kicks, just punch the whole time, then I think TJ has a shot. But if it goes to the ground, and I honestly do believe Aljo wins it, defends his belt, and yeah, bro. Like I said, my prediction, Aljamain Sterling defends his title. I believe he either wins by decision or he gets a sub, and that's how he ends up winning. Then, bruh, we have the main fight, the one I've been excited for since it's been announced. Like, honestly, I think after Charles beat Gaethje, this was the fight to make. I've been excited about this fight since then. We've seen a bunch of shit on social media already. We have seen Khabib jump into it. Hezbollah is apparently in Islam's corner now. Bro, there's so much on this. There's so much riding on this fight. Obviously, whoever wins gets the title. But hey, like I said though, the champ has a name. And his name is Charles Oliveira, bro. Honestly, UFC kind of fucked him over, because Charles should really have the belt right now. This should have been Charles' 4th defense with the belt, but hey, shit happens. I'm honestly so excited for this fight, because we might actually see a legit grappling match in the UFC. Because usually a lot of times we see a bunch of people just wrestle and just weigh on them and just try to shoot for something and try to get something. But I know for a fact, if either one of them is on the bottom, it doesn't matter. Like, they're both gonna be fighting to get a sub, even at bottom. If they have bottom position or top position, they're gonna be going at it. Plus, we have MMA rules, so they're gonna be striking, trying to smash. Like, it's gonna be amazing. I personally think, striking wise though, in my personal opinion, I think Charles definitely wins the striking competition. I think Charles is a way better striker than Islam is. But when it comes to grappling, it's so close. Islam obviously has that Dagestani, just wrestle, just smash him, just bring him down, just cause havoc on the ground. But then Charles' jiu-jitsu is so incredible that I'm so excited to see what happens with that. Like, honestly, this fight could go in so many different directions. Like, it's honestly one of the most, like, evenly matched up title fights we've had in a while. Like, I mean, honestly, at least on paper, it seems like this fight could go any which way. Even from our prediction, I'm gonna go with Charles just because I fuck with Charles. But like, I wouldn't even bet money on it. Like, that's how close this fight is. That's how close these two are. Like, I'm stupid excited for this, man. What would be even crazier is if one of them gets injured or misses weight or something, and then Volk is, right now he's the backup to this fight. If Volk ends up fighting either one of them, bruh, that's gonna be even crazier. Like, the whole storyline is gonna be stupid crazy. Like, there's literally so much shit that can happen. But bruh, if I had a wish list of what I want from this fight, is I truly want a really solid just grappling match with MMA rules, where they're just trying to, it doesn't matter if they have top position or bottom position, they're both just going at it, trying to submit each other, and bruh, it's about to be crazy. But yeah, man, like I said, I'm gonna go with Dude Bronx. I'm gonna go with Charles Oliveira to get his title back. Although I am curious if he wins this. Comments, let me know in the comments below. But if he does win this, I'm curious whether he gets another ruby on his belt, or do they just give him a brand new belt and it doesn't even count as defense. It just counts as him getting a new title. I'm assuming it's the latter, but let me know in the comments. But yeah, man, that is UFC 280, bruh. Like, these fights, bruh, on paper, it's about to be amazing. like bruh, like, the crazy part is, all these fights, the odds are so similar. The only one is this Peter Yan is clearly the heavy favorite for this fight. But for the rest of them, they're all pretty even. I am very much surprised, though, that Charles Oliveira is the underdog. Because in my personal opinion, I think Charles wins this. He should definitely be the favorite. But it's crazy to see that he's the underdog. But other than that, it's like the odds are also so even for most of these fights. I think Peter Yan is literally just because no one really knows how good Sean is. Peter is the #1 ranked bantamweight right now. Sean is ranked number 12. His last fight was no contest. There's so much like ifs, ands, or buts with Sean, but it's like we all know the talent's there. So that's why I'm super excited for this fight. It's about to be, or these fights, bro. All these fights are about to be ridiculous, man. I'm super hyped, super amped to watch these. And yeah, man, that is pretty much it for this video. As always, be sure to check out all the links in the bio. At least it's something I do. And yeah, man, with that, out of here. Deuces. Peace.